Hi everyone, I know it has been a long time since I have posted a video on here, and this is the second time I'm trying to film this video. It is really awkward talking to a camera again when I haven't done it for so long. But I wanted to say hi and give you guys a little bit of an update, a life update, and also just see if, starting up these videos again would be helpful for people. So Violet is nearly 3 years old. She turns 3 in just a few days' time. Crazy. I can't believe we've got a nearly 3-year-old now. And towards the middle end of last year, Mike and I started talking about number 2, whether we wanted to have another baby. We had 11 embryos. We used 6 of our day 5s to have Violet. That was all of them that we had left. And so we talked about it a lot, and we decided, yes, we would like to try for number 2, and we thought we would try now in January. So November, we contacted the clinic to find out, what we needed to do in order to use some of our other embryos. And we had an appointment with them. It was really interesting because since we've had Violet, there's new criteria that we now need to fit. And even though it's my eggs and Mike's sperm have already all been dealt with, in order for us to use what we've already got frozen, we have to fit the new criteria, which we do, which was fine. We had to do some blood tests, but I just thought it was really weird considering it's all there, especially Mike's side of things, because his job in some ways when it comes to that section of life is done. So anyway, it's fine. We fit the criteria, but it was just really interesting. Anyway, we were sitting in the waiting room, waiting to meet the doctor, and that was just a real weird experience. The last times we sat in there, we were just the 2 of us and didn't even know if we could get pregnant. And then having Violet in there with us was just really different. It was really kind of comforting in so many ways, because I sat in that waiting room with so much anxiety for so much of my life, and didn't even know if I could have a baby. And there she was sitting there reading the magazines and playing with the stuff in there. So it was really, it was really kind of beautiful in so many ways. So we met with the doctor, told us that we needed to fit the new criteria, and then she also said, so you've got 5 frozen eggs, fertilized eggs. And I said to her, that's not right. I thought we had 5 frozen at day 3 left. And she said, well, we actually don't freeze at day 3. What you've got is 5 fertilized eggs, and you had 6 day 5 embryos. That's when we normally freeze them. So that really took me by surprise, and all the kind of confidence I walked into that room with we've got embryos and we know we can get pregnant now, we know the embryos work, I've had Violet, this is going to be so much easier than last time, just went poof, like that. Because now we have to, what they will do when I've ovulated, they will defrost all the eggs, all the fertilized eggs, let them go to day 3. If any have survived, because the chances of them surviving is a lot lower than embryos, if any of them have survived, then they will put 1 back in at day 3, let the rest go to day 5, and then they can refreeze them. When she told me they were going to defrost all of them, I nearly had a heart attack in the waiting room, until she said, we will refreeze them. And I was like, okay, phew. But there is now all this uncertainty, hello, I'm just doing a video, around whether we will have any embryos to work with. So the chances of them developing on is obviously a lot lower than where the embryos were, because they haven't formed enough. There's 5 there to work with, which is a lot. That's probably what some women get collected when they do their egg collection. So it is a lot to work with. And we're praying like crazy that we at least have 1 to 2 embryos to work with. I would love to have 5 to work with, because that would make me feel so much better. But it would make me feel even a lot better to have, well, it would make me feel just as good to have one or two to work with, is what I'm trying to say. So I've been feeling really anxious about it and worried about it, and I feel like it's all the old stress of the first time coming back in some ways. And don't get me wrong, I am so grateful for Violet. I'm so grateful that I've been able to have a baby, and I'm not trying to discount the journey that people are walking through where they haven't even been able to have a baby. I am so grateful for Violet. She is the absolute joy of my life. I could not ask for a better child. She is just this beautiful bundle of energy and joy and love and caring. Like, she's wonderful. But I suppose in so many ways, just like people who, got pregnant easily the first time, and then the second time they are now having to walk through IVF and all the rest of it, there is this sense of loss in some ways of you have this idea of what your family life will be, and it's not been an easy journey. So it's just brought with it a whole lot of anxiety. It hasn't helped as well this year, 2019. We lost Charlie and Penny, our two little dogs. Charlie we had to put down in April. He just kept getting bladder stones, and he would have surgeries to have them removed, which were very expensive, and he just kept getting them back, and his quality of life was really, really crap at that point. So we decided to put him down. He was in a lot of pain. And then Penny we just put down on the 27th of December. Her trachea finally collapsed. If you watched any of my old videos, you probably hear her snorting on the camera, and that was just because from overbreeding, not by me obviously. I and both my dogs were mixed breeds, and I was kind of hoping because they were mixed breeds they wouldn't have the problems that purebreds do, but with little dogs sometimes their trachea can really struggle, their windpipe, and so she was never the same after Charlie passed away. It was almost like she died of a broken heart in so many ways, which was really hard. And those dogs were my babies for so many years, and even after I had Violet, they were still my babies, but for so long they were my only babies. And so losing them has been really tough, and losing Penny so close to when we're doing the next transfer has been hard to get my mind in the right frame of mind for everything. So it's been a bit of like a topsy-turvy time really leading up to this next transfer and this next step. And I think what makes it really hard is knowing that we probably won't know if we've got any embryos to work with until the day of when we go in to have the transfer done. So there's a little bit of an anxiety around that, obviously. And there's days where I feel fine about it, and I'm like, you know what, if we just have Violet, that's awesome. And then there's other days where I'm like, Violet loves babies, absolutely loves babies. She plays with baby dolls all the time. If we're having a baby come and visit us, even if they're like 3 months younger than her or 6 months younger than her, they're a baby and she loves them. She carries her doll around and she calls it her baby sister. She loves watching on Netflix Daniel Tiger and Chip and Potato, and they've both just had baby sisters. So every doll is a baby sister at the moment. And so I can just see what a wonderful big sister she would be. And in so many ways, like, it's as much about her and about us as a family as it is for me, you know. So it's just a real muddle, and I wanted to kind of vlog it and just talk about it on here, that especially for those of you who have had one already and are looking at number 2, and there's all this anxiety that might come back, and maybe you feel guilty about that because you've already had a baby. I don't know, or maybe there's just people that want to follow this journey. I just wanted to see if this was something that would be worth my time vlogging about. Would it be helpful for people? Are you wanting to come on the journey with me? If nothing else, it's good to document it for Violet's sake and for my sake, to know that this is the journey that we've walked. And I know that the videos really helped me going through the process. So let me know is this something you want to see more of just this next journey and the next steps? So just as the next steps, that's Violet having a scream outside. The 13th of January is when I start blood tests, and I basically become a human pincushion. So you basically have blood tests almost every day leading up until when you ovulate, because they're wanting to check the levels. I do a natural cycle. I can do a video if you want explaining more about like ovulation and days past and why they implant eggs when they do, if that would be helpful for people, especially for those who maybe don't have to walk this journey but are wanting to understand it a lot better, if they've got family or friends going through this, if that would be something that would be helpful for you. And yeah, so I've been in a weird place emotionally and spiritually, and just in terms of walking this all again, but being on the other side with having Violet, it's just really weird experience. So, but today, and there's days where it's good and days where it's not so good. Today, I am excited about the transfers coming up. I feel like whenever I get to start blood tests or start medicine, I feel like I'm working towards it. You know, I've got a goal and I'm inputting into it. So that always helps me along on the journey. So it'll be interesting to see when we actually start how I'm feeling after that. But yeah, that's basically the update. Life has been good. Violet is just such a sweetheart, and life has been crazy in the last 3 years, but it's just been awesome as well. I think I've got a little friend knocking at the door. Violet likes to close doors all the time as well.
Hello.
Hiyo.
It's me.
It's you. Can you say hi, friends?
Hi, friends.
Is it your birthday soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My birthday.
Soon. How old are you going to be?
My birthday.
How old are you going to be?
My birthday.
You're going to be 3.
No, birthday.
All right. Well, I will see you all in the next video, and I hope that this is a journey that you'll be excited to walk with us, and hopefully an exciting one that we actually get to walk. So here's to 2020. What's that face? And the possibility of another little person, another baby.
I'll cuddle with that.
Yeah, and we've got Violet's cousin coming today, so she's very excited. Again, she's only like a year. No, actually she's maybe 2 years younger than Violet, so she will be a baby to Violet, eh? Is baby Olivia coming?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
To come see me.
Yeah, she's coming to see you.
You want to come see me?
Yeah. Okay, you say bye, friends.
Bye, friends.
See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.